Tonight, one organization informs students of their rights.
Plus, students participate in a fashion show right here at Troy. Stay tuned. Troy TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for November 7th, 2013. I'm Haley Greathouse.
And I'm Courtney Addison. Thanks for joining us this evening. Well, Wednesday night in the Bibb Graves Hall, the Troy University Students for Liberty organization held a seminar about free speech on college campuses and double standards in higher education. Michaela Chenault has the details.
The Troy University's Students for Liberty organization aims to assist their peers in any political endeavors they may come across.
Students for Liberty has a big tent perspective. They don't actually they don't have a political agenda per se or anything like that. Their whole idea is just to support students in their quest to find out what liberty and freedom means to them.
Wednesday night in Bibb Graves Hall, the Troy University Students for Liberty organization hosted Higher Education Program Officer Adam Kissel. Kissel spoke to students about free speech and double standards in higher education.
It's very important for students to understand their rights on a college campus, not only because it's their constitutional rights, but by exercising those rights, they can have a better college education.
During his lecture, Kissel talked about an organization designed to help students if they find themselves in a bind involving the issue of free speech.
FIRE is the foundation for individual rights in education, and it's very important for FIRE to be well known among students and faculty so they can learn about their rights and learn how to defend them when they're attacked.
Troy University's Students for Liberty Campus Coordinator, Anna Shea Finn, defined free speech as such.
Free speech is easily the first imperative right that you have as a human. It's the ability to stand up and actually defend your ideas and learn. There's a reason it's the First Amendment. It's one of the most important things that people can enjoy, and it's one of the first things that people try to take away from you.
Michaela Chenault, Troy TrojanVision News.
If you're interested in joining the Students for Liberty organization, contact Anna Shea Finn at afan@studentsforliberty.org.
When you think of a fashion show, you think you need to travel somewhere like New York City, Los Angeles, or maybe even Milan. But last night, one Troy University organization hosted a fashion show right here in Troy, Alabama. Jamarlo Phillips gives us a look at students who strutted down the catwalk.
Lights, camera, action. The Trojan Center ballrooms was the place to be Wednesday night as students packed out the facility to see not only talent but different modern clothing designs. One member who helped coordinate the show tells us there is more to the show than just modeling.
They can look for a story within our fashion, our faces, and our walks. We want to tell a story that that gets our student body involved and let us know that we're not all about looks, we're also about our inner beauty, and that we're intelligent women and young men as well.
Many say fashion is an unspoken language. Well, Wednesday night, one Troy University organization held its first fall fashion show of the semester entitled Stand for Something or Fall for Anything.
It's a tribute to a lot of different things that happen throughout history. We have a scene that's called I Am La Couture, and it's a tribute to Trayvon Martin. It's just the justice for our youth. We also have a scene that's entitled Colorblind, and it's just kind of trying to blend those lines together of color, and we're taking a twist with it, so it's going to be something very exciting for the audience to look at.
Students and members of La Couture say they enjoyed the show.
In the show, I just played a role as just basically, like I said, just showing Troy you what I have. Like I said in the video, I speak with my clothing. My clothing line stands for style, uniqueness, and creativity.
It proves every year. I went last year and I enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed the different themes they had this year. It was very intricate. I enjoyed it.
We put a lot of hours into it. It was really hard work, and we appreciate everybody who came out tonight.
Jamarlo Phillips, Troy TrojanVision News.
La Couture will hold another fashion show in the spring.
The new Theta chapter of Delta Sigma Theta at Troy University promoted a free HIV and AIDS testing service yesterday in the Trojan Center. A part of the organization's current platform is to spread awareness of physical and mental health issues.
The Lighthouse Counseling Services from Montgomery, Alabama is doing free HIV and AIDS testing for students who want to do it anonymously. But if they want to get in contact with Lighthouse, they can go to Montgomery, and their number is 334-268-5980. And then hopefully we can increase awareness so that next year it'll be bigger and better.
And for more information on getting involved with the organization, or if you just like to volunteer time into helping raise awareness with issues that you feel are important, you can visit the Student Involvement Office located in the Trojan Center. And also outside of the Student Government Association office in the Trojan Center, you may notice some Christmas decor, and it's all for a good cause. With the holiday season quickly approaching, many local organizations are filling shoe boxes for kids in need, and the SGA is asking for students to get involved.
And a lot of churches in this area are participating in that and helping collect boxes. But with that said, there's a lot of work that goes into going through the boxes and making sure there's nothing in them that could be harmful to kids, and packaging them up to send them off. So they're asking for volunteers to come and help distribute the boxes and collect those and to go through the boxes.
And to contact the Salem-Troy Association, you can call them at 334-566-1538. They are asking for help through November the 18th, starting November the 18th through November the 3rd.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Cortland, more than 1,000 people who are being laid off at a North Alabama paper mill will have a chance to find a new job. A two-day job fair began today for about 1,100 workers who are losing their jobs as International Paper shuts down its plant.
And in Scottsboro, searchers have found a Tennessee man who went missing at the walls of the Jericho State Park in northeast Alabama. 71-year-old Mac Arthur Orrick of Knoxville, Tennessee, was located this afternoon. He was taken to the hospital with what reports described as minor injuries.
And in Montgomery, a federal judge has set a hearing for December 6th on restitution payments by 3 former state corrections employees who've been sentenced to prison in connection with the beating death of an inmate. The hearing is a follow-up to the men's sentencing on Monday.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the Trojan football team is on the road and looking to take down the top team in the conference. Danielle Percival will have a preview of the game and more when she joins us with sports. Now Danielle Percival joins us with sports. So Danielle, the football team is on the road tonight, actually gearing up for their big game tonight. But is there anything going on, close to campus for those of us who couldn't make it to Louisiana Lafayette?
Well, in fact, the volleyball team was in action last night. Hopefully some Trojan fans had the opportunity to head out to the game. But if you missed last night, there's still the opportunity to see them in action 2 more times this weekend. We'll get into all the details coming up here in sports.
Sounds good.
The Trojan volleyball team got out to a good start against South Alabama Wednesday night, but despite winning the first set, the Jaguars took the match in 4 sets. All 4 sets were close, with the Trojans winning the first 26-24 and losing the final set 27-25. The Trojans had tied it up in the last frame at 20 all and had the lead at 25-24, but the Jaguars scored 3 straight to take the match. Blair Winston led the Trojans with 19 kills, while Kaya Cheatham posted a team-high 304 attack percentage with 12 kills. Alexander posted a double-double with 51 assists and a match-high 16 digs. The loss dropped the Trojans to 9-19 overall and 4-10 in conference play. The Trojans will be back in action at home Friday evening, playing host to Arkansas State, and then Sunday they will wrap up the home schedule with a match against UT Arlington. The Trojan soccer team concluded their season last night with an overtime loss to Texas State in the quarterfinals of the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. The Trojans fell 2-1 to the Bobcats, with the winning goal scored in the 94th minute. The Bobcats had the home field advantage as the host team for the tournament, which is being played in San Marcos, Texas. The Bobcats scored first in the game with a goal in the 64th minute, breaking the Trojans' 353-minute shutout streak. The Trojans picked up the equalizer in the 81st minute to tie it up on Jasmine Farnbauer's first goal of the season. Niecy Jennings fired 8 shots in the game, with Farnbauer, Jennings, and Louise Ching all having 3 shots on goal. Madison Winter made 6 saves in the game, but faced 17 total shots. This was the final game for 5 seniors on this year's team: Madison Winter, Caitlin Buono, Samantha Morgan, Maddie Teakin, and Cecilia Thorngren. The Trojans ended the year at 8-10-1 overall. Well, it's Thursday, and again, the Trojan football team will be hitting the field. It hasn't turned out too well for the Trojans the last 2 times out on Thursday night, but who knows? Maybe 3rd time's the charm. Thursday night, the Trojan football team has the chance to snap a few streaks: the Ragin' Cajuns' 6-game win streak and the Trojans' 2-year span of not reaching bowl eligibility. The challenge, though, is against the top team in the Sun Belt. 6 of the Trojans' 9 games this season have been decided by a touchdown or less, and that just might be in the Trojans' favor this week.
Just like all the teams in our league, you can win or lose on a given night against anybody in our conference and anybody we play. And so, you you got to make sure that you prepare well.
Prior to the loss to Louisiana Monroe, the Trojans had reeled off 3 straight victories in the conference and were second in the league. Now sitting in 4th place, the road to a championship is a little rockier, but these players aren't giving up.
A lot of people think it's not a big game because we lost last week. I feel like it's very important because, you never know what's going to happen. And I feel like our plan 2 weeks ago was to beat Monroe and then come down and beat them. So to me, the plan hasn't changed for me.
I told our team we win the last 2 conference games, we more than apt going to win the conference. It's been done a bunch of times. Certainly a great opportunity. I hope we can take advantage of it.
The Trojans have lost their last 2 against the Ragin' Cajuns, but last season quarterback Corey Robinson had a record-setting performance against Louisiana Lafayette. He finished the game 46 of 70 for 485 yards and 2 touchdowns. But don't think the Trojans are expecting it to come easy Thursday night.
It's a new year, a new team, so we just got to go do it again, man. It's just going out there and, we got to complete the football. We got to throw the football this week, so we're going to do that and stuff the run game up in there a little bit and just keep them honest, and I think that's what we're good at.
I believe we can pass the ball against anyone, whatever play is called, we just got to execute it and give Corey enough time back there to throw it, and we just got to, as receivers, we just got to get open.
The Trojans and the Ragin' Cajuns will kick off at 6:30 tonight at Cajun Field. You can tune in to Barry McKnight's radio broadcast locally on 94.7 FM or check to find your local station carrying the broadcast. The game will also be available on television on ESPNU. So Courtney, Haley, tonight, most Trojan fans, if you tune into Trojan Vision often enough, know that Trojan Sports Now comes on Thursdays and Friday nights. Well, tonight, no Trojan Sports Now because of the fact that the football team will be in action, but be sure to tune in tomorrow night. Trojan Sports Now will air at 7 o'clock with a recap of tonight's game as well as all the action that is to come this weekend in Trojan athletics.
It sounds great, Danielle, and hopefully the football team can pull out the W, and you and Jonathan will have plenty of good news to talk about tomorrow. And Trojan fans, make sure you turn in.
That's great. Thanks, Courtney.
Thanks, Danielle.